We'll begin by taking you straight to the Odorgonno Senior High School, where my colleague Maxwell Agbagba is standing by immediately. What is happening there is that there are some registration of students, which is ongoing. Of course, this program began yesterday when the senior high schools across the country reopened. Let's go straight to Maxwell. Well, Maxwell, if you can hear me now, what is the situation at Odorgonno Senior High?
Yes, Daniel, we currently here at Odorgonno Senior High School, as you rightly stated. Now we are in front of a computer laboratory here on the compounds, just some meters away from the assembly hall. Now, hundreds of parents have come here together with their children, and they are waiting in long, winding queues to get inside to get their names in the database of the school. Now, what is happening here is that we are told that yesterday they gave them some numbers to report today, but some confusion regarding the numbers that some of them picked happened this morning. So what it means is that it has distorted the plan that they had yesterday. So now they would have to start the process afresh. A lot of the people here came here as early as 5 o'clock a.m. So if you look through the queue, you can see a lot of tired faces. A lot of the children here, or the teens here, I should say, are very anxious, waiting patiently to get inside and to get their names into the database of the Odorgonno Senior High School. I have three of them here with me: Clara, Eugene, and then James. They came here as early as 5 o'clock a.m. and they've not had opportunity to get inside the computer laboratory, even though they were here very early. Now, Clara, I want you to join me. James, join me. And then Eugene, you also join me here. Let me start off with you, Eugene. Eugene, what time did you come here?
I came here as early as 5 a.m.
5 a.m.?
Yeah.
How long have you been standing in this queue?
For about 5 hours now.
5 hours? What were you told when you came here?
I was told they were setting up the place so that we start registration, but it has been for more than 5 hours now. They've not started anything. Our queue is not moving. We are standing from 5 a.m. where we are standing. That's the place we are still standing. So I think the queue is not moving at all.
Were you here yesterday?
Yeah, I was here yesterday. They gave us some numbers that we should come today, but when we came today, they said the numbers will not work, so we should form a queue, and that's what brought about this case.
Now, Clara, you've also been here, you tell me, around 6 o'clock a.m.
Yeah.
What's the feeling like even as you wait to get inside?
The place is very congested, and we are not getting into that place because they are creating more confusions over there. So we are wasting more time to settle the dispute so that everybody will get in.
Now, who are those causing the confusion?
Some of the parents. Yeah.
Now, this is, I feel very sad for you having to stand here for like 5 hours on end and waiting to get inside. But there's, some, silver lining in the thick cloud. President Akufo-Addo just launched, the free senior high school policy. How do you guys feel about, this free senior high school policy? You're going to be the first beneficiaries. James, how do you feel?
I feel very happy. I think the free SHS policy is very interesting because I've been here for about 2 hours now, and our queue is not moving. I don't understand. So I think it's just moving. Just from now, we just left there. So I think everything will be going on well.
Everything will be going on well. Now, Eugene, we're having a conversation about, what people have been saying on radio. Some political analysts are saying that free SHS would compromise on the quality of education that you get, even though, if you look at the logo of the free senior high school policy, it says equity, access, and then quality. Do you have fears as a beneficiary of the free senior high school, being a first batch? Do you have any fears that it's going to compromise on the quality?
No, I don't have any fears. I think to go on well as it went on the previous years. So I think to be normal, I don't have no fears that there'll be a challenge. I don't have any fear that there'll be any challenge. So I think to go on well, and we'll be able to go to the senior secondary school and complete.
Wow, you sound very optimistic. Let me find out from you. Are you also optimistic, Clara?
Yeah, I think so, but I think things will be somehow complicated because it's free. Maybe the teachers won't be all that motivated to teach very well. So that's my problem.
That's your problem.
Yeah.
And she's talking about motivation for teachers. She feels the teachers are not going to be, motivated enough to go the extra length, to sacrifice. Do you have about that fear, Steve?
No. I think everything will be going well. Because the teachers will struggle hard to teach. Because I heard now Nana Akufo-Addo has implemented a new law for teachers to bring or to show their certificate or license. And I think this will be very good.
Okay, teacher licensing, that will be happening soon, we are told. But finally, before you go, I'm sure, you've had conversations with, daddy and mommy when you were sitting in the car coming here. You obviously had conversations with them. How excited are they? Are they happy about this policy?
Yeah, they are very happy because it's absolutely free. They will not pay any penny. So the money they will put in our education, they used to buy the things we need and take care of their home. So I think it's helping them. They are very happy.
So what did daddy buy for you for school? You're a day student, you told me. Yeah. What did daddy buy for you?
He said, you buy me a bicycle bar. No, I'm not sure the time you buy it.
Okay, I'm sure perhaps the admission fees is going to use it to buy a bicycle for you. Clara, what is the mood? In your family, home? What is mommy saying? What's daddy saying about the free SHS policy?
She said it's cool, it's good, and it's going to help others too because maybe they don't have enough to pay for their awards. So it will benefit all of them.
James, is it the same thing?
And I also think my parents' expenses has been cut down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they'll save more for my younger ones.
Okay. Yes. Okay, so Eugene, Clara, James, I will not waste much of your time. Go back into the queue so that you can finish with the registration process. All the best as you go back. Okay. So Daniel, that is the situation here at the Odorgonno Senior High School. A lot of these parents are still waiting. Initially, when we came here, the sun was not really out, so some of them were a bit comfortable. But now it looks like it's getting hotter by the day, and I'm sure by midday it will be extremely hot, and a lot of the people here will start feeling extremely uncomfortable. It is our hope, however, that things would move on faster here so they can get their names in the database. So classes will start here sooner than later at Odorgonno Senior High School. Daniel.
How some of the parents are feeling having been in that queue for some 4 or 5 hours in some cases. But Maxwell, I'm curious, we keep referring to confusion that occurred between yesterday and today when they got the numbers and today when they were asked to queue. Do we know what this confusion is?
Well, what actually happened was that they were given numbers. So if you came here yesterday, you're given a number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that is supposed to speed up the process today. So today, if you reported here, you're supposed to show up with your number 1, number 2, number 3, and that would fast track the process so you can go in with your number. But we hear that some people misplaced their numbers, and then even the people who regulated this had some kind of a challenge. So they had to do the numbering all over again, and that has contributed to the confusion that we had here. We are told that some of the parents, when the renumbering was about to start, some of the parents were not really for it. A lot of them were very angry about it, but they still had to do it anyways, and that triggered the little confusion here at Odorgonno Senior High School. Daniel.
Well, but do we know why they were not able to finish the process yesterday? Was it because of the large numbers, or there's a challenge there?
Well, that partly accounts for it. Another thing that we also know, we're learning here, is that their system actually went down yesterday. Even as at the time that we're here, we've been here for like about an hour, and 30 minutes earlier, I was told that the system was down. They were trying to, to fix it. So that partly is contributing to the delay, and that's what is causing the discomfort here at this point, Daniel.
So that's what we know. So is it just for the past 30 minutes the system has been down? Because one of the young men you were speaking to was saying that he's been here since 5 a.m. Nothing has happened. Have we heard from the authorities at all?
Well, we've not heard from the authorities. In fact, they are tight-lipped on this matter. When we asked them, when we went to them demanding that we want to talk to them, they said we should go to the school's administration. In fact, we've been to the administration block. Nobody is there. It looks like they are all busy because there's still, another. I mean, because if you finish here, you are not done with the process. You would have to still go to the assembly hall to complete the registration process. So it looks like it's a busy day for all the authorities here, and they've not really had a time to respond to us. But we'll still make sure we get that clarification before we leave here when we are done with this report, Daniel.
Right. Thank you very much, Maxwell Agbagba, for that report from the Odorgonno Senior High School. Keeping us up to date on the ongoing registration of fresh SHS students there. Let me just remind you that, as you heard earlier in the headlines, President Akufo-Addo will be launching the commencement of the free senior high school policy today at the West Africa Secondary School in Adenta. That is at Adenta in Accra. As you can see, we are on the ground at Adenta, and we'll be bringing you live coverage of that event later in this bulletin. We'll be keeping you up to date with everything that is happening there. As you can see there on your screens, dignitaries are gathering and the event is just about to start. Now, still on free SHS, our Central Region correspondent Richard Kojonyako visited some schools on Monday to observe the registration process. He filed this report.
I'm currently at Academy of Christ the King, one of the senior high schools in the Central Region, and it's about the free SHS admission. I've gone to about 5 of the senior high schools in the Central Region. I've gone to Wesley Girls in Fansipim. I've gone to Ednaman in Elmina. I've been to Adesador College, and currently I'm at Academy of Christ the King. Parents and would-be senior high school students are going through the list to find out whether their names have appeared on the list the computer has generated. In the room, parents are anxiously waiting for the process to start. The heads and the teachers are around. I am not here alone, but NATS is also monitoring the situation. Let me speak with NATS Secretary in the Cape Coast Metropolis, Justice Aqua. I can see you have also been traveling, visiting some of the schools in the Central Region. Tell us what you've been finding.
Yeah, generally it's been peaceful. I've gone to Wesley Girls, I've gone to Vantipim, at this school, UPSHS, University Private Secondary School, to check the admission process. And generally I can say that it's been peaceful. The only hitch that I saw at University Practice is that they are unable to print the list. The system was slow at the time that I went there, and the headmistress told me that they are doing everything possible. The IT guys are on it. They are working to open the system and then print the list out so that they can start the admission process. Parents were really anxious to register or to get their children in the school. I went to Wesley Girls, and the place was relaxed. Everything was going on as expected, and other places too.
And so some of these concerns, coupled with others such as some schools that are tagged as community day senior high schools that are strictly day schools, but these schools are running some quasi-boarding facility, and so they admit students that are coming outside Cape Coast. Some students are coming all the way from Takwa. Others are also coming outside Cape Coast. Where would these students live? These are the questions that parents are asking. Would they be covered by the free senior high school? Should they be put in these hostels? Because the school is not a boarding, and anyone who is posted to Academy of Christ the King is assumed to be a day student.
Now, the excitement, frustration, and general concerns about free senior high school placement and admission blues continue to engage public attention. With the exception of candidates who never made the grade and are therefore not placed, all others can hope to have their issues addressed one way or the other. The fate of a third group, nearly 1,300 nationwide, hangs in the balance because their results are withheld for suspected exam malpractices. 25 of such students of John Mauli Educational Complex in Kumasi are stranded after their English language results is still under investigation. Joy News Agenda has been speaking to 4 of them and getting responses from authorities. Mahmoud Mohammed Nuruddin reports.
Aisha Dubila, Doris Edubuahene, Frida Agweto and Philomena Kobina fear they could miss out on second cycle education this year. More importantly, the free SHS they had hoped to enjoy could also elude them. Their sentiments sum up those of 21 others of John Mauli Education Complex at Ayija in Kumasi. Unlike 8 of their colleagues whose entire results were released, WAEC withheld the English language result of all 25. The 4 girls, all 17-year-old, are here at the school to find answers from authorities. They cannot contain the pain of seeing their colleagues go to school while they wait for another year.
If I see my colleagues going to school and I'm home doing nothing, so I feel sad.
So and my problem is that the WAEC people they have blocked our index number. When we went to the cafe and we want to check our results, they said that our index number is not correct.
Joy News check revealed the students were made to write formally to WAEC to prove their innocence of exam malpractices. The students confirmed the letters were delivered at the Kumasi office of WAEC. An unnamed official allegedly told them to let go the matter and prepare for next year's exams to redeem themselves. School authorities explained they cannot do anything about the withheld results.
Thank you very much. I am the
John Mauli is proprietor.
No, we got ready. You wrote your exams. They say they are investigating. You write your statement, and you write your statement to the appropriate quarters. So you wait for them. They are becoming here. Even yesterday they were here. Throughout they were sitting here. I said no. There's nothing I can do. The WAEC will be investigating you. If it is found out that you are not guilty, they release your result for you. Okay. And so what can I do?
So finally, the candidates plead with WAEC to release their results so they know their fate. How and when that will be done is examining body's prerogative. Until then, Doris and her friends may just have to wait for a bit longer. Mahmoud Mohammed Nuruddin reporting.